Hi guys, Geraldine Ralph. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I have an early childhood program in my home where I care for 6 little ones under the age of 5 in my home daycare, and I create content to help you have an awesome early childhood program in your home. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about curriculum because I see a lot of people in different groups that I'm in talking about curriculum, wondering where they can find a curriculum to suit the multi-age groups that they serve in their program. A little bit about my program. The kids that I have are from ages 2 to 5, and the youngest children I take are 1. I am thinking of bumping it up to the 2 to 5 age range just because it's so much easier to plan activities. I like to keep my groups in nice, tight, like 3-year groups, because then that way, like just a 3-year age range, because I feel like it's so much easier to plan activities and to be able to have things that are going to be fun and entertaining for each one of the children. So today I'm going to show you the welcome activities I have set up for my kids. I call them welcome activities because I have them set up in the centers when the kids come in, and they work in the centers together, or they have like free play during the morning where they have these little activities that they can work on, and then we usually have 1 or 2 big activities that we work on as a large group. So I'm going to show you some of the things I have set up for my kids, why I set up the things that I have set up, and how I came up with the idea for these activities. The activity I have set up for my kids is this Paw Patrol matching game. Obviously, you know that regular memory is flipped upside down, and then you play the regular memory game. I decided to do mine right side up for the kids because I discovered that, they really were having a hard time on really understanding that you need to match the exact pictures. So as you can see, the kids were working on this yesterday. This is an activity they had set out throughout the morning where the kids kind of come and go from the activity, or if somebody is getting kind of rough, running around, getting kind of crazy, then I will direct them to come to an activity and work on the activity. And this is one of the ones that was really popular with my kids. They love Paw Patrols. I have a lot of part-timers, so even though this activity was out yesterday, we're going to put it out again today because there was a lot of interest in it. Another activity I have set up for my kids, that's just something that they can work on their own, are these little hole punches and these fancy scissors. We also have glue sticks. At this age of the kids that I have, the younger kids are still learning the process of being able to put their fingers in the scissors properly, opening and shutting. These scissors, you really can't cut yourself on these scissors. It would be really hard to do that because they're the crinkle cut scissors. Of course, I'm supervising the children, but it is something that they can work on semi-independently to create their own collage. This is some of the artwork that they had from a different day. And then I'll get to this activity in 1 minute. This activity over here is just a simple watercolor activity. I put this out for my kids. This is they had stampers out yesterday, and I thought, we'll just go ahead and use that stamper paper because nobody really claimed it. It was just some extra scrap stamper paper. My kids have been really interested in different color mixing activities, so I thought this would be really fun for that. And then over here, we are working on making monsters. This is a monster book that my kids have been really into lately. One of my little guys is having a lot of bad dreams, so we're reading about monsters and we're reading about nightmares. The great thing about this story is, as you can see, the monster is not scary, but he's scared. And so we were talking a lot about monsters and nightmares and being empowered and being assertive. In this story, the little girl, there's a nightmare in her attic and he's stolen her teddy bear. But as you can see, the nightmare is really more afraid of her than she is of it. So it's a great story for helping children work through some of those feelings about fear. And then we were just talking about emotions because a lot of my kids are it's just the age. They're going through a lot of emotions. We're talking about reading emotions and how is she feeling? How do you think she's feeling? Frustrated, angry, scared, sad, worried, brave, assertive. We have all these great words that are coming out during this story that we've been working on and talking about some different kinds of concepts, sharing and setting boundaries and all that fun stuff. So we've been talking a lot about this story. The kids have been wanting to read the story over and over and over again. And we've been talking about monsters. Some of my 2-year-olds are really afraid of monsters, and some of my big kids are talking about, how monsters are not that scary. So I have a bunch of this air dry clay that I set out for the kids so that they can make their own monsters. They can pick what color air dry clay they want. We've been working on a lot of different clay projects lately. we had some bead work that we've been doing and some other air dry clay. So I thought that it would be really great to use this medium to be able to create some monsters today. We have some googly eyes. They love these little sparkle gems. We have some of these. We have some other little sparkle gems. So I thought it would be fun for the kids to be able to make monsters. Another thing that we were doing during group time is we were creating a plan for our monsters. So we had a group discussion about monsters. What kind of monster would you want to make? What do you think your monster looks like? And each of the kids gave me a simple response. And so I just wrote that information down for them. So while we're working on the monsters today, we're going to review that information that they gave me yesterday. One of the little girls said, I want it to be a girl alligator. It's going to have a nice, pretty dog, and it's going to be nice. So, she might want to think about that while she's working on her alligator. Some of the other kids wanted it to be scary. Ben said, I want it to look scary. I'm going to have big teeth. I want to have a pet alligator. The monster is going to be green and the alligator is going to be blue. So he had some very definite ideas about how he wanted to create his monster. Of course, he might change his mind whenever he starts working on his monster today, but we have all the tools to help them bring their ideas to life. And it's a really great talking point for concepts like, are monsters real? Are they imaginary? If you can imagine a monster, what would your monster look like? And helping them get creative and using art and literacy and language to express themselves independently. So that's what we're going to be doing with our curriculum today. I think it's so important as early childhood educators that we follow the children's interests, that we ask them or we pay attention to what they're interested in and just create a curriculum that reflects those interests and helps them dive a little bit deeper into the different concepts that they are naturally exploring and expressing throughout their play. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Make sure that you hit that subscribe and alert button so that you get all my future videos. And I would love to hear what you do to follow the interests of the children in your program. Make sure that you leave a comment and let me know who you are. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Working on our scary monsters. Everyone picked 2 colors for their monster. Let's see. Oh, that's neat, Tanner.
One of my face.
Watch out, he might bite you. Ow!
One of my face.
I see your face.
Look at my face. Are gone.
Well, look, you have more gems if you need to add some more gems. What do you want to add to yours? Do you want to pick another color? Do you want to put some orange with yours or some green?
No.
You can pick 2 colors.
Okay.
Ooh, that's the alligator for your monster?
That's not my alligator.
How's your monster coming along?
Good. Here's what I made.
Wow.
It's a ballerina popsicle.
I remember you were saying that your monster was going to be a nice monster. She looks pretty nice.
That one's a popsicle monster.
Popsicle monster?
Can I have some?
What does she like to do?
She likes to do ballet.
She likes to do ballet. You have air dry cleaning.